Good afternoon. Welcome to this COVID-19 update. BC's Solicitor General and NDP House Leader Mike Farnworth will be speaking in about 15 minutes. We will be bringing that to you live from Vancouver when it happens. Until then, though, we wanted to get you caught up on the latest developments from this morning, which includes Canada and the U.S. shutting down the border. The Prime Minister announced this morning that Ottawa and Washington have reached an agreement that will shut down the border to all but essential traffic in both directions. The two governments have spent days trying to figure out how to limit the cross-border spread of COVID-19 without choking off vital lines of commerce. Trucks will continue to cross the border to deliver food, fuel, and medicine, and essential workers like healthcare professionals who live and work on opposite sides will also be permitted to cross. Exemptions, however, will remain in place so Canadians who are now in the U.S. can return home. Also from this morning, some major financial aid is coming to Canadians. Finance Minister Bill Morneau says the government is working to make sure no one gets left behind or goes without food in the fridge during this pandemic. Morneau and Trudeau announced an $82 billion package of measures to help laid-off workers, businesses, parents, or anyone looking after a sick family member. The feds are going to provide $27 billion in direct support to Canadian workers and businesses and $55 billion to help Canadians meet liquidity needs through tax deferrals. The $82 billion economic package also includes a wage subsidy for small business owners to help keep staff on the payroll during this slowdown. Any Canadians who learn they owe taxes will now have until August 2020 to pay them. The federal government is planning to boost the Canada Child Benefit to help parents cover the cost of childcare or other impacts of having that they have or feel on the home front. Other measures include a GST credit for low-income Canadians, boosting support for shelters to help those escaping gender-based violence, and a 6-month moratorium on student loan repayments. Here on the island, Tofino is asking all visitors to postpone trips for the next several weeks, and for visitors currently in Tofino to begin to make plans to go home. The district says Tofino has extremely limited healthcare resources to serve the region, and as the window narrows to help flatten the curve, it needs everyone's help, including the thousands of visitors who love and cherish the area. Guests currently in the region are encouraged to speak to local visitor information services and their accommodation providers with any questions. Guests with upcoming stays are strongly encouraged to listen to all directives from senior levels of government and to contact their accommodation and tour providers to rebook plans. Last night, Island Health's top doctor, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Richard Stanwyck, he came on our newscast to answer some COVID-19 questions, and we asked him how long this pandemic could last. Here's what he had to say. From what you've seen around the world and from what you know, and I realize that this is a difficult question, how many cases do you expect we will see here on the island, and how long is this going to last?
Well, again, a lot of people have done mathematical modeling. I can say for certain this is likely going to be a marathon, not a sprint. This is not a disease that's going to sweep through. We're hoping for some things that will be in our favor, such as that this could be a seasonal virus, that it'll actually start dissipating with warmer weather so that we can actually see nature helping us flatten the epidemic curve. But from a planning perspective, we're probably looking at 4 to 6 months for this virus to pass through the community. And again, it's going to be a matter of ensuring that we reduce I think the pressures on our health care system by taking those steps. People need care. The health system will still be able to respond despite the pressures that this virus is going to bring upon it.
You can watch that full interview on our Check News Facebook page and on our Check News Instagram account. At 12:15 in a few minutes here on Check, you can watch the Solicitor General Mike Farnworth give his update live this afternoon. We will also have the update from Dr. Bonnie Henry and Adrian Dix. We'll have that live on our channel. There you see them, a live shot in Vancouver, setting up for that press conference. We're about 10 minutes away. For news anytime, you can go to checknews.ca. And we will, of course, have full coverage for you tonight at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. We will return to regular programming right now. Stay tuned for Mike Farnworth. Again, we will break into that at about 12:15 live from Vancouver. That's it for now. We'll see you this afternoon. Have a great Wednesday.
This is Hot Bench.